Okay, hello guys. Okay, so discuss na natin yung last topic natin for this semester, no? So that is depreciation. Okay. Ayan. So, ano ba yung depreciation? So last topic na natin to. So I'm sure madali na lang to para sa inyo, no? So, pag nalampasan nyo na yung annuity or done with annuity, ano lang to, piece of cake, no? Yung depreciation. Okay, now what is depreciation? Depreciation, this is the decrease in the value of physical property with the passage of time. Okay, so ito yung pinakamasakit, 'di ba? Nag-depreciate na. Kapag tumatagal, bumababa na daw yung value. Okay, isa yun yung tinatawag natin na depreciation. Okay, so this is the common mistake ng mga company. Kaya minsan, hindi sila, kumbaga nagbe-break even lang kasi sila, no? Because of the depreciation charge, hindi nila na isasama yan. So, supposedly kasi, when you're computing for the price of a certain commodity or a certain product, you have to consider the depreciation of yung machines na binili nyo or kung ano man na bagay na binili nyo. So, lahat yan ay nag-depreciate. Okay, so you have to consider that, yung depreciation charge. Okay, so we have here a lot of terms, no? Yung value, so kayo nang bahala. That was included in your PowerPoint presentation. Pag-aralan nyo na lang po. I'll just discuss the computation part. Okay, so yung depreciation, meron tayong different ways, no, or methods that we can use to compute the depreciation charge. Okay? So, I'll discuss yung first four methods. Okay, so i-discuss ko sa inyo. But before that, you have to be familiar with the symbols that we're going to use in depreciation. Okay? So, first, yung L muna. So, L, this is the useful life of the property in years. So, this is expressed in years. So, denoted siya by capital letter L. Okay? Useful life yan. So, di ba, katulad ng diniscuss natin last time, di ba? So, lahat naman yan, yung mga machine, meron niyang useful life lang. Okay? When we say useful life, this is the time or the number of years na magpa-function siya at its best. Okay? So, C sub O, this is the original cost. C sub L, this is the value at the end of the life or the scrap value. Okay, so let's say for example, after its useful life, pwede nyo na lang siyang ibenta. So let's say for example, bumili kayo ng phone, di ba? Ng cellphone, binili nyo siya, let's say for 50,000 ngayon. And then after its useful life, for example, ang useful life niya ay 5 years. After 5 years, mabibenta nyo na lang siya ng 10,000 pesos. Yun yung tinatawag nating scrap value. Okay, or C sub L. Okay. D, small letter D naman. Ito, this is the annual cost of depreciation. So, annually, no? So, per year. C sub N, this is the book value at the end of N years. And D sub N, this is the depreciation up to age N years. Okay. So, yung C sub N, you just check the PowerPoint presentation, ha? Nandito na tayo sa depreciation methods, yung mga symbols. Yung C sub N, that is the book value. Okay, so ibig sabihin, let's say, again, balik tayo sa example natin kanina, kung let's say, ang ating useful life, for example, ay 5 years, okay, and gusto mo na siyang ibenta after 2 years, yun yung tinatawag nating book value. Yun yung C sub N. Magkano mo na lang siya pwedeng ibenta? Up to nth year. So, kung gusto mo ay second year, C sub N, C sub 2 yun. Okay, kung second year mo siya gustong ibenta. Yung D sub N naman, this is the total depreciation charge for the nth year. Okay, so magkano yung total? Okay, so move tayo with the straight line method. Okay, so yung straight line method, this is the easiest method. No, ito yung pinakamadali. Easiest method or easiest way on how we can compute the depreciation charge. Okay, so with straight line method, first, you can determine the annual depreciation or yung D. Okay, so that is equal to the difference between the original cost and the scrap value divided by the useful life. Okay, so kaya yung formula natin, yung D or small letter D, that is equal to C sub O minus C sub L all over L. Okay, And then yung D sub n, you just multiply kung ilang years. Kaya yung n, let's say, katulad na example natin kanina, gusto mo siya ibenta on the second year. So yung n mo is equal to 2. Okay, and then you multiply it by kung ano yung makukuha mong annual depreciation cost. And yung C sub n, that is the difference between the original cost and D sub n, or yung total depreciation for that year. Okay? Yan. So, let's give an example. So, meron na ako dito, sinulat ko na para mas mabilis yung ating video. Okay? So, ang example natin dito, an electronic balance cost 90,000 pesos and has an estimated salvage value of 8,000 pesos at the end of its 10 years life. So, what would be the book value after 3 years using the straight line method in solving for the depreciation? Okay, so dito, in this example, what are the given? So, we have here 90,000 pesos, which is the original cost, and has an estimated salvage value. So, yung C sub L natin, no, salvage value natin is equal to 8,000 pesos. And yung L, or useful life, is equal to 10 years. So, dito, we're looking for the book value, or C sub 3. Di ba? So, yung C sub N, or third year, book value on the third year. So, C sub 3, yun yung hinahanap natin. And then, we will be using straight line method. Okay. So, given the formula to get the annual cost, so that is equal to C sub O minus C sub L all over L. So, since we have here 90,000 pesos, which is the original cost, di ba? And the scrap value, which is equal to 8,000 pesos divided by the useful life, which is equal to 10. So, meaning, meron tayong annual depreciation cost na equal sa 8,200 pesos. Okay. So, ano yung hinahanap natin? We're looking for the book value on the third year. No? So, we just multiply to get the total depreciation, or yung D sub 3, okay, so that is equal to 3 kasi third year, no? So, 3 multiplied by the annual depreciation, which is equal to 8,200. So, all in all, yung total depreciation natin pagdating ng third year is equal to 24,600. Okay, so that's the total depreciation. Since we're looking for the book value after 3 years, or yung C sub 3, so C sub N nakalagay dyan, pero supposedly it should be C sub 3. So that is equal to the difference between the original cost, which is equal to 9,000, and yung total depreciation natin ng third year, which is equal to 24,600. So, meaning, pwede mo siyang ibenta ng 65,400 pesos. So, that's the book value on the third year. Okay? Diba? Very easy. Okay? So, that is straight line method. Okay. So, move naman tayo dun sa pangalawa. Yung pangalawang method natin is yung tinatawag nating sinking fund. So, sinking fund, when you say sinking fund kasi, ito dito, application ulit ito ng annuity. So, why annuity? Kasi with sinking fund, it's like you are, kumbaga, nagpe-prepare ka na, no? Nagpe-prepare ka na for the, let's say, gusto mong palitan yung machine after its useful life. So, yung preparation, kasama yung depreciation niya. So, ito yung sinking fund formula. Gagamitan natin siya ng annuity. Okay. So, ngayon, dito, sa sinking fund formula, pwede nyo ring makuha, we will be using different formula to get the annual depreciation, no? Kasi different method na siya. So, to get the annual depreciation, that is the difference pa din between the original cost and the salvage value divided by yung formula natin to get F given A and give with I %, okay, at L. Okay, or yung ating useful life. Okay, so let's give an example. Okay, so yung formula natin to get F, sulat ko na para hindi kayo malito. No, so sa sinking fund, yung formula natin, diba, F that is equal to A multiplied by 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. All over I. Yan. Okay? Ayan. So, that is our formula. So, that's, yung formula, kinuha yan sa annuity. Okay, kasi nga ito ay sinking fund. Okay? Ayan. So, let's give an example. Okay, so dito tayo sa example number 2. Ayan, so example number 2 tayo dyan sa sinking fund. We check the PPT. Okay, a firm bought an equipment for 56,000 pesos. So other expenses including installation amounted to 4,000 pesos. So the equipment is expected to have a life of 16 years with a salvage value of 10% of the original cost. Determine the book value at the end of 12 years by A, the straight line method, and B, sinking fund method at 12% interest. Okay. So dito, sa sinking fund, meron tayo ditong interest rate kasi we will be using yung formula natin sa annuity. Meron tayong I doon, di ba? Yung I natin is 12%. Okay, so first, apply muna natin yung straight line method. So ano yung given? So we have here yung original cost ng equipment which is equal to 56,000 pesos. Oh, by the way, with the original cost, you also have to consider, halimbawa, meron tayong mga delivery charge or yan, katulad nito example natin, installation, you have to include din yan sa original cost. So, katulad nito, we have here 56,000 pesos. So, that is the price of the equipment. But we also have to consider the installation which is equal to 4,000. Meaning, yung ating C sub O is equal to 60,000 pesos. Okay? So, kasama yung kanyang installation. Okay. And then, sabi, ang kanyang useful life daw is equal to 16 years. So, that means L is equal to 16 and salvage value is 10% of the original cost. So, kung ang original cost natin is 60,000 pesos, so definitely, yung salvage value is equal to 6,000 pesos. Okay? Or C sub C sub L. Okay. So, now, ayan. So, straight line method, di ba? So, difference between the original cost and the salvage value. So, 60,000 minus 6,000 divided by 16, which is the useful life. So, meron tayo ditong annual depreciation cost na 3,375. Okay? So, we're looking for the book value or C at the end of 12 years. So, that means, hinahanap natin is C sub 12. Okay, so first, let us determine muna the total depreciation cost on the 12 year. So, D sub 12, that is equal to, of course, 12, yung N natin, multiplied by the annual depreciation na 3,375. So, that is equal to 40,500. So, ito yung total depreciation charge on the 12 year. Okay, so, yung book value natin, di ba, that is the difference between the original cost, which is 60,000, and the total depreciation charge natin on the 12 year, which is 40,500. So, all in all, okay, or yung ating book value on the 12 years, so that is equal to 19,500. Okay, so ibig sabihin, pwede mo pa siyang ibenta ng 19,500. So, yun yung book value na tinatawag. Okay, so now, punta tayo sa sinking fund. So, with sinking fund, meron tayong different formula. So, difference pa rin, pero ito, if you're going to look at the book, makikita nyo dyan, ayan, so ito. Makikita nyo dyan is 42.7533. So, paano nakuha yung 42.7533? So, that is by using our formula ng annuity. So, you're going to determine F given yung A. Ito lang ang gagamitin nyo kasi yung A naman is hindi natin na yun isasama. So, ito na lang yung gagamitin nyo dyan sa formula. Okay? So, 60,000 minus 6,000 pesos divided by ito. So, di ba, based on our formula, sabi niya, meron daw tayong 12% interest. Okay? So, 12% interest, kaya 1 plus 0.12 raised to 16. So, yung 16, that is the useful life, right? Divided by, or minus 1 divided by 0.12. So, kaya pag if you're going to compute this, you will get 42.7533. Okay? So, ang annual depreciation charge natin, if we will be using the sinking fund method, is equal to 1,263 pesos. Okay? Yan. So, Para makuha nyo yung D sub 12, you cannot multiply it directly by 12. Okay, different pa rin yung formula na gagamitin natin to get the total depreciation on the 12th year. So, again, dito, ang gagamitin pa rin natin, pero ang gagamitin nyo dito is the annual depreciation charge pa rin. 1,263 na nakuha natin kanina, which is the annual depreciation cost, multiplied by, again, yung formula natin sa annuity na kukunin yung F given yung A. So, ito. Anong difference lang niya? Difference lang is that, since dito, ang ginamit natin is the, dito kasi ang ginamit natin is the useful life. Dito, ang gagamitin nyo is the years kung kailan nyo hinahanap yung total depreciation. So, if you're looking for D sub 12, yung ang gagamitin nyo dito is 12. Okay? Ayan. So, kaya, makukuha nyo, if you're going to get this, if you will check the book, ang makukuha nyo is 24.1331. 24.1331. Okay? Ayan. So, yung total depreciation charge natin is equal to 30,480. So, again, you just get the difference for us to determine the book value on the 12-year difference between the original cost, which is 60,000, minus yung total depreciation charge natin on the 12-year, which is equal to 30,480. Okay? So, kaya yung ating book value on the 12-year using the sinking fund method, so that is equal to 29,520 pesos. Okay, o again, ito ay mga exact values na, hindi siya exact, sorry. Ito ay yung mga values na rounded off na, ha? Kasi I don't have calculator. Okay. Ayan, so, kaya, ito ay mga rounded off na values. Okay? So, that is our book value on the 12-year. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so next, move tayo with the declining balance method. So, in this method, sometimes called the constant percentage method of the Matheson formula, it is assumed that the annual cost of depreciation is a fixed percentage of the salvage value of the beginning of the year. So, dito meron kayong K or yung rate of depreciation. So, kumbaga, alam mo na kung magkano yung or ilang percent yung nagde-depreciate, no, every year. Okay. So, with the declining balance method, so meron tayong K, meron tayong given na K. Okay. So, the ratio of the depreciation in any year to the book value at the beginning of that year is constant throughout the life of the property and is designated by K. That is the rate of depreciation. Let's give an example. Okay, anyway, dito sa ating declining balance method, we have a lot of formula. No? So, it depends on the given. So, it depends on the problem. You can determine C sub N or yung book value natin depending on kung ano yung given sa problem. So, if ang given is K or the rate of depreciation, pwede nyo siyang kuhanin. Pwede nyo rin kunin if ang given is the salvage value and the original cost. Pwede rin yun. So, you check the formula. Nandyan yan sa PowerPoint. Okay. So, let's give an example. Yan. So, a certain type of machine loses 10% of its value each year. So, in this example, given yung rate of depreciation, which is equal to 10%. Okay, so the machine cost 2,000 pesos originally. So, that's the original cost. Make out a schedule showing the yearly depreciation, the total depreciation, and the value at the end of each year for 5 years. So, meron na akong ginawa dito. Ayan. So, I hope mabasa niyo siya. Okay. Ayan. So, meron akong ginawang table dito. Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo, meron kayong, kasi ito, bali 5 years siya. So, ito yung year natin. So, 5 years. Tapos, ito yung book value. No? So, ito yung book value, yung pangalawang column. That is the book value at the beginning of the year. Okay? So, since dito sa declining balance method, we have rate of depreciation, right? So, and given natin sa problem is 10%. So, kung mapapansin nyo, at the beginning of the year, yung book value niya is 2,000 pesos. So, nagde-depreciate daw siya ng 10%. So, yung depreciation charge niya for that year is equal to 200 pesos. Okay? So, that's 10% of 2,000. Tapos, yung total depreciation charge natin for that year is 200 pesos. And yung book value niya on the first year is equal to 1,800. So, that's the difference between the original cost, original cost na 2,000 and the depreciation charge for that year, which is equal to 200. With declining balance method kasi with straight line, yung depreciation charge for every year is the same. With declining balance method, hindi pare-parehas every year. So, it depends on the book value on that year. Katulad nito, yung second year, so since nag-depreciate na siya, so ang book value niya on the second year is 1,800 na. So, 10% of that, of course, is 180, right? So, magkano na yung total depreciation natin? So, first year, nag-depreciate siya ng 200, tapos second year, nag-depreciate ulit siya ng 180. So, all in all, we have 380 on the second year na depreciation charge. So, magiging book value niya is equal to 1,620 na lang on the second year. Okay? And so on. So, hanggang 5th year yan. So, katulad niyan, third year, 1,620 na lang siya. 10% of that is 162 pesos. Okay? Ito yung total depreciation natin on the third year. Okay? Tapos, ang magiging book value on the third year is 1,458 pesos na lang. Okay. Now, ito is annual. No? Ginawa natin siya ng schedule. So, if we will be using the formula, I'll give you an example lang. No? If we will be using the formula to get C sub n, ayan. So, yung formula natin, so that is equal to original cost C sub O, okay, multiplied by 1 minus K. So, ang K natin kasi dito is 10%, right? Raised to N, kung ano yung hinahanap nyong year. So, for us to determine the book value on the third year, yung C sub 3, so, ito yung formula natin, you just substitute. Makukuha natin dyan, no, using the formula is 1,458 pesos. Okay? O, check natin yung C sub N or C sub 3. O, ito first year, second year, third year. O, diba? The same siya. 1,458. So, kung halimbawa, hindi naman kayo pinapagawa ng schedule, no, annually, and then we're looking for the book value lang, you can just solve it using the formula. So, ito yung formula natin. Okay? So, that is for declining balance method or others call it Matheson formula. Okay? Dali lang, di ba? Okay. Okay, so move tayo sa next method. So, yung next method natin is, ayan, double declining balance method na. Okay? Ayan. So, with double declining balance method, actually, ito ay parehas na parehas. The same siya with declining balance method. Ang difference lang is yung K. Kasi with declining balance method, you can determine the rate of depreciation given yung original cost and the salvage value. Okay? In this case, with double declining balance method, yung K, that is equal to 2 all over L. Yun na yun. Okay? That's the formula to get K or the rate of depreciation. Kasi siya ay double declining balance method. Okay? So, let's give an example problem. Pero parehas lang actually. Yung pagkuha ng mga book value, parehas lang. Okay. Yeah. So, let's give an example problem. So, double declining. Ayan. Okay. 15,000. Okay, yan. So, ito yung example, yung first example natin. So, we are going to determine the rate of depreciation, the total depreciation up to the end of the 8th year, and the book value at the end of 8 years for an asset that costs 15,000 pesos and has an estimated scrap value of 2,000 pesos. So, meron tayong C sub O which is equal to 15,000 and yung ating C sub L which is equal to 2,000 pesos. Okay, so we will be using the declining balance method and the double declining balance method. Okay, ayan. So, hinahanap natin dito is the rate of depreciation or yung K. Okay, what else? The total depreciation or yung D sub 8 on the 8 year and the scrap value, the book value. So, C sub 8. Okay, so yan. So, kung gagamitin natin yung declining balance method, so we have formula to get K, di ba? Ito, yan. So, K, that is equal to 1 minus L, okay? Or ang L natin is equal to 10 years. So, ibig sabihin, 10th root of C sub L all over C sub O. Okay? So, yung C sub L natin is 2,000 pesos, that's the scrap value, and original cost, which is 15,000. So, we will get 18.25%. So, that is the rate of depreciation. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. If K is not given and then you are asked to use the double declining balance method or the declining balance method rather, you can determine K naman if C sub L and C sub O are given. Okay, so ito yung formula natin. So, yung K natin or rate of depreciation is equal to 18.25%. So, gamitin natin yung formula. So, in this case, kunin muna natin yung kanyang book value on the 8th year para makuha natin yung total depreciation charge ng 8th year. So, book value muna using our formula, di ba? C sub O, okay, multiplied by 1 minus K. Since meron na tayong rate of depreciation which is 18.25%. So, you just substitute. So, since we're looking for the book value on the 8th year, so N is equal to 8. Okay? So, that is equal to 2,992 pesos. So, that is the book value on the 8th year. So, for us to determine the total depreciation on the 8th year, you just get the difference nung original cost which is 15,000 and the total or the book value. So, now which is equal to 2,992. So, yung total depreciation, the total depreciation charge on the 8th year is equal to 12,008 pesos. Okay, that is if we're going to use the declining balance method. Okay, now if we will be using the double declining balance method, okay, ayan. So, kung double declining balance method ang gagamitin natin, the same lang din. Difference lang is on how you will get the rate of depreciation. Okay? So, yung K kasi natin for double declining balance method is equal to 2 all over L. Okay? So, since ang L natin or useful life is equal to 10 years, so 2 divided by 10, so ang rate of depreciation natin is equal to 20%. Okay? So, yung C sub 8, ganun din kung paano natin kinuha yung ating book value using declining balance method. Ganun din sa double declining balance method. Okay, yung original cost multiplied by 1 minus K or 20%, diba? Raised to 8. Okay, so ito yan. So, makukuha nyong book value is equal to 2,517 pesos. So, para makuha natin yung total depreciation natin for the 8th year, so, difference lang ng original cost, which is 15,000, and yung ating book value ng 8th year. So, all in all, ang total depreciation natin, depreciation charge natin on the 8th year is equal to 12,483. Okay? Yun. So, ganun lang kasimple yung ating depreciation method. So, bali, 4 yan. So, we have the straight line. Okay, we have the sinking fund, the declining balance method, and yung double declining balance method. Okay? So, I hope ma-discuss pa natin yung SYD at saka yung isa pang method natin using yung output natin at saka yung number of hours. Okay? So, mag-exam tayo, I'll give you final exam, isang exam na lang. So that's considered as your quiz na rin, ha. So galingan nyo sa inyong final exam. Okay? So hope to see you again. Ay, gusto niyo pa ba akong makita next sem? So sana hindi na tayo magkita next sem, no? Okay, so keep safe, stay healthy mga bata. Okay, bye.